Pinterest marketing does not have to take over your life, truly. If you're an author, your number one job should not be stressing about graphics or pinning at 2 a.m. because the algorithm might notice. It should be about writing your books, right? I want to help you get back to that priority by taking the pressure off your social media obligations. The big secret is automation. When you set up a system working smarter, not harder, Pinterest keeps working in the background for you while you get to go off and do other stuff. Automation is the key. It's like having a marketing assistant who never sleeps, except it's free. Today, I'm going to show you how to automate your Pinterest workflow as an author step by step. And at the end, I'm going to share my bi-monthly routine, how I work smarter, not harder. So stay tuned for that. Hi, everyone. I'm Melissa Bourbon, best-selling author of more than 35 novels, writing coach, book cover designer, founder of WriterSpark Academy. Lots of hats. Here on Bourbon and Books, I help authors write stronger stories and market them without burning out. That is key. Pinterest is hands down my favorite tool for a lot of reasons, but at the top of that list is the fact that it is evergreen. So unlike Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, where posts disappear in 24 hours or just a couple of days, pins keep working for you for months and months and months. And when you automate your workflow, it gets even easier. Okay, let's dig in. Why does automation matter? Well, because as authors, we juggle so much, right? We're drafting, we're editing, we're marketing, maybe we're even doing day jobs and managing family life. And if you're trying to manually pin every day, you are setting yourself up for burnout. I know because I have been there. What I discovered about Pinterest is that it rewards consistency. It is not about perfection. Automation lets you be consistent without having to constantly be online, creating on Canva, posting, or interacting all day long every day. Who has time for that? It's like an automated coffee maker that, you set the night before and you put it on a timer and you get your coffee in the morning, but you didn't have to stumble around half blind to do it because you planned ahead. And that coffee maker is now doing its job. So how does this apply to marketing on Pinterest? Let's break it down. Step one is to batch your content. So start by creating a batch of pins all at once. Sit down and do it all at once. I like to set aside a little bit of time. I work in Canva. I make 15 pins or so, and then I'm good to go. This week, I created a static pin for my free book magic novella, Between the Lines. I did quote graphics from one of my novels, House of Spells and Secrets, and I made pins that link to a blog post that I have. So I also have a pin for Bourbon for Answers, which is my seasonal novella. And you can learn more about how vital understanding seasonal pins is by watching that video. The link is below. Batching saves me from the daily question of wondering, what do I post today? I have already answered that question when I sat down to make those pins. So my efficiency is working. Step two is to use a scheduler. Now that you have your pins ready, you want to get them scheduled. You have a couple of options. Pinterest's native scheduler is free. It's a little bit limited. Still, I use it. It's great. A tool like Tailwind is another option. It gives a little bit more flexibility. So the difference is with Pinterest's native scheduler, you can pin schedule up to about a month in advance. With Tailwind, you can go months. So I usually sit down twice a month. I put my pins into either the scheduler or Tailwind, and then I forget about it because Pinterest is thinking I'm pinning every single day. The algorithm is working, but I was working smarter, not harder. My work is done. Step three is to have pin variations. Pinterest loves fresh content, but that doesn't mean you have to make fresh, brand new content every single day. You can repurpose, and I do have a video on repurposing content as well. That link also is below. So for example, you can take the same blog post and create 3 or 5 different pins, all leading to that same blog post. Same with a freebie. You can have one pin with a graphic and a quote from the book, another with a really strong call to action, like download the free novella, another with the book cover front and center. So each pin is going to link to the same place, but it looks new to Pinterest's algorithm. Automation tools, you guys, help you schedule these variations months apart. And that is how you stretch one piece of content into a steady stream of pins that's just going to keep working for you while you do other stuff. It's magic, or it's just working smart. Step 4 is to create a routine that works for you. Mine is a bi-monthly routine, so I do this twice a month, and this keeps me sane. Without it, I would be on complete overwhelm all the time. So here's how I do my Pinterest routine every other week. Every other Monday, I check my analytics, just my outbound clicks, because that is what matters to me most. How are my pins driving people to my content outside of Pinterest? On Tuesday of that week, I load new pins that I have already created into my scheduler or Tailwind. And then Friday, I create 10 new graphics using Canva for my next scheduling period. That's all I do. So I spend maybe 45 minutes to an hour every other week, and my Pinterest runs itself. And again, I often repurpose content. I use a blog post that can become 5 new pins. An Instagram carousel becomes a carousel on Pinterest. A newsletter snippet becomes a quote pin. So my automation is working even better because my content is doing double duty. It is also working smarter. One of my favorite hacks is to set up a board strategy once and reuse it forever. So for example, I have boards like cozy mystery recommendations, writing tips for authors, magical women's fiction. And when I make a new pin, I already know which 2 or 3 boards it's going to belong to because I've planned my board strategically as well. Tailwind lets me board list them. So with one click, it's scheduled across all the right boards automatically. This system saves me brain space, which sometimes feels very, very limited, right? We need all of our brain space for plotting, not pinning and social media strategy. So I love this. All right, guys, here's the big takeaway. Automation does not mean you're less authentic. What it does mean is that you're protecting your writing time while still building visibility. Batch your pins, use a scheduler, create variations, stick to a simple routine, one that you know you can be successful with. That's it. And once you do this, Pinterest will become hands off. It'll become a funnel that will keep working while you are living your life and writing your books. Okay, if you found this helpful, you guys hit like and subscribe so you don't miss next week's Marketing Monday. Share my channel with your bestie, and make sure you tune in next Monday, Marketing Monday, when I am talking about group boards on Pinterest. Do they work, and are they worth it? Stay tuned for that. Until then, happy automated pinning.
Ain't never needed Poppy's blessing, no. You need keep working just to get it though. I know she carried your whole world.